my paper up here. That's probably not proper, but that's how I'm going to do it. Hello, fellow classmates, teachers, and guests. Here we are, sitting in this concourse and auditorium, us in our beautiful dresses, while all of you sit out there with eyes misty and unblinking. I have to say that I never thought that this moment would come, and I'm still in disbelief that it's finally here. Showing up here today, I stepped through the doors, walked up on stage, and stood right here. I took one look around at all of my classmates, and I couldn't help but think to myself, this is the worst Harry Potter convention I have ever seen. But then I remembered that wizards aren't allowed to show themselves to muggles, so it must be graduation after all. Well, are you ready? This is it. The moment you've all been waiting for. The moment when you all get the esteemed privilege to listen to me speak to you for the next several minutes. The moment when I get to stand up here, act like I know what I'm talking about, and hope that none of you catch on to my facade. Now I'm sure that all of you are probably sitting out there right now, rubbing your imaginary beards, wondering, why on earth did they pick this guy to give a graduation speech? Well, I could give you a long and drawn-out answer to that question, but really it's quite simple. I'm awesome. And because I'm awesome, I prepared a speech for all of you that none of you will soon forget. But before I get started, however, I would like to throw out a few warnings to all of you. My first warning is that I haven't been getting much sleep lately. So if I pass out in the middle of my speech, somebody come up here, poke me with a stick a few times, and sooner or later I'll get back up and I'll finish. My second warning, in the case in which my speech crashes, all of your seats can double as flotation devices. And if you decide to throw vegetables at me, I'd rather they wouldn't be vegetables. I prefer cosmic brownies. And number 3, if my speech at any point becomes too intensely awesome for you, your exits are located there, and down there, and around there, and there's a few exits back there as well. So all those warnings being thrown out there, it's time for me to commence my speech. Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a bumpy ride. 77 years ago, this country was found... Wrong speech. All right, 3, 2, 1. So I heard that I had been given the opportunity to possibly give a speech at graduation this year, and I very simply had to take advantage of it. And I started thinking about all the different things that I could do it over, all the inspirational messages that I could leave you with. But what should I talk about? Then it hit me. Peace, forgiveness, and love. These are 3 things that would almost undoubtedly put each and every one of you to sleep by the end of my speech. So I started thinking some more. And I thought a little more, and I thought a little more. And then I looked at the clock, and I realized that it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had better finish up my procrastination if I wanted to have my speech done by today. So this is what I came up with. Everybody else seems to do their graduation speeches on mushy-gushy foo-foo stuff, leading up to some grandiose statement of self-realizing epiphany. They compare all of the classmates to sailboats or animals, and they leave everybody with the world as their playground. But they were lying. As a matter of fact, the statistics tell us much otherwise. For example, if statistics stand true, at least 50% of all of us on stage today will be divorced by the time we're in our 40s. Many of us will drop out of college, and the rest of us will spend the next 20 years of our lives paying off student loans and working in a job that we really don't enjoy that much. Up to this point, most of us have been sheltered from the realities of life. We have been coveted, praised, encouraged, enlightened, illuminated, and rewarded. We have been cuddled, kissed, loved, pushed, hugged, and been called sweetie pie. I know each and every one of you has. But when it comes to the end of the day, we all have to wake up and smell the flowers, because none of us are special. Everything that we can do, there are millions of other people out in the world that can do the exact same thing. Somewhere in the world right now, there are tens of thousands of other valedictorians standing up here talking to you as I am now. There are billions and billions of people out there, millions of whom are probably graduating right now. I mean, when you really think about it, that's hundreds of thousands of jocks. Hundreds of thousands of students, millions of graduation hats, and several million different pairs of Uggs. And many people would listen to what I'm saying right now and say that it's a combination of traits that makes someone special. It's that special spark that they can offer the world. But when you think about it, that's 7 billion special sparks. Sparks in such an abundance that really they aren't that special anymore. Well, I sat down and I thought about this, tried to think what I had missed, because I'm not really a glass half empty kind of guy, for those of you that know me. And here's what I've decided. Just because you aren't special doesn't mean that you aren't important. Even though there may not be anything special about a particular brick in a wall, it doesn't mean that it isn't important. That one brick is surrounded by many other bricks, and they all work together to do what they do best. All of you have something to offer the world, something that makes you happy. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in the world, caught up in life, but don't be afraid to let your light shine. Because as Marianne Williamson once wrote, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, or fabulous? When actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that others don't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And it's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Now I would like everybody in the audience to go ahead and close your eyes for a second. And I would like you all to imagine that you are on a beach. Now I want you all to relax, and as you are relaxing, you will all begin to realize that you are getting very sleepy. Now when I say sleep, all of you will fall into a deep trance. Sleep! Everybody keep your eyes shut. Now when you wake up, you will all realize that Cody Walter just gave the most amazing speech that you have ever heard. And when he counts to 3, all of you will stand up and give him a thunderous applause. 1, 2, 3. Thank you everybody for coming tonight. You all have a wonderful bunch of kids up here, and they have all helped to make this a senior year to remember. Well everybody, we made it, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, whatever they may be. Thank you.